You welcome to Upper Concept training session. This is Adobe Photoshop CS6. Aside that, there are other advanced versions. Throughout this course, we'll be looking at the interface of Adobe Photoshop, the things we can use it for, and then how creatively you can use Adobe Photoshop CS6 to enhance your company and then your business. This is the interface for Adobe Photoshop CS6. This is actually totally for beginners. You don't need to have any idea about designing before you can participate. We'll be starting from the scratch with step-by-step tutorials, and then we believe that at the end of it all, it will be so successful that you can be so learned in Photoshop that you can use it for your business in terms of photography, advertisement, and even to enhance your company as well. So this is the interface of Adobe Photoshop CS6. We'll now be diving into it. I need you to pay attentive and then enjoy as we learn a few things about Adobe Photoshop, because mind you, you need to know it. So this bar is called the application bar. That is where you have the menu on it and then the control box. This is the menu bar on the application bar, so it has the menus on it. These are the options, and then it is called the option tab. These are the tools bar because it displays tools we would be using for. It displays the tools. This is an empty working space on which we'll have our canvases or artboard on it. That is where we'll be working on. These are the palettes. These are the palettes. So the palette, we have different tools on the palette which could be activated from the window menu. So you take it when you want to use it, it is activated, and you will use it for your designs. So here we have the layer palette here, the channel palette. We have the color palette, the swatches, and all these. And then down here, we have the status bar down here, and then the zoom level. As time goes on, it will be displayed. So we're now moving on because we need to get a canvas, so we will work on it. A canvas is an area where you work on. In other versions, it is called an artboard, but CS6, it is a canvas. You have differences between canvases and then artboards. So CS6 will be working on canvases. For you to get a new page for your designs, you need to go to File. From these options, you go to New, and then the shortcut key Ctrl N on your keyboard can give you the same pop-up menu. So we go to New, and then this pops up. This is a menu that would help us customize our canvas on which we'll be working. First is a name, so you can give it a name. Hi, I want to name it Hi. Yes, because it is Hi. We have the preset. The preset has to do with the canvas types and then differences. International paper has presets you will choose from A4, A6, A5, and then all that. But in case you don't want to design from a preset, you can what? Type in your own type, your own size of the sheet you want to work with. So before you design, you need to know the size of the design. It's being a bigger banner, it's being a website front page, it's being for Facebook, for Instagram, a flyer, a brochure. You need to know the sizes. Then you work with the measurement you'll be good with, then that will fit your sizes. So I like to work with inches. Okay, so you type in your own sizes here after you know the size of what you'll be working with. So what I want to work with, it should be 11 by 11, which gives me a square. Yes, it gives me a square. Now the resolution has to do with the quality of the work page. Okay, in the sense that when you are designing a business card, which is very smaller, you need to keep the resolution as 300. In poster designing and then in designing with this level, you need to keep 300 so your designs will be of higher quality. You can go low and then what? And then up, but we should stick with the 300 because it keeps the original quality of it. And then it is the best for designing for the beginning stage. Now we come to the color mode. We have RGB and the CMYK. We'll be explaining RGB and CMYK because we'll be dealing with posters and then flyers, brochures. So we need to talk about the RGB and then CMYK. RGB stands for red, green, blue color. And then it is a color mode that is used for soft copies. Okay, designs that are supposed to be viewed on the phone, on the machines. You need to choose RGB for it because it gives it a final look, and then that is the setting for it, default setting. So you'll be designing a poster that will be shared on status, that will be sent to groups, and you will need to set the color mode to RGB. Then the second one we'll be talking about will be CMYK, which stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and then the K. Surprisingly, stands for black. Yes, it's technical. The K stands for black. And then CYMK, I would say it's a printer language because when you are going to print from the most presses, they'll use CMYK. So when you are designing anything that needs to be printed, either you turn it to CMYK or when it is sent to the printing press, it will be changed to CMYK so that it can pick the settings of the press. Okay, we maintain the 8 bits and then we maintain the background content to be white. In other cases, you can choose transparent, but we'll maintain the white for now. So good luck with now customize canvas we'll be working on. Yes, so 11 by 11 inches, 300 resolution. We send it to RGB. Yes, and then we're set to go. So I click on OK, and then all that I typed, hooray, it has manifested. Yes, so whatever you customize your canvas to be, that is what is seen here. So now this is my working area. This is my canvas. That is where I'll be working on. This is what the empty space. Okay, and then this is a document tab because it displays few details about the document you create. When you create a lot of documents, you have them here on the document tab. Yes, you have them on the document tab. So what happens is we've now seen what the zoom level and then the status bar. The zoom level, that is what displays a percentage of the level you've zoomed the page to. So when I want to zoom in, I click on the zoom button, the zoom tool, which a shortcut key Z on the keyboard. So when I zoom in, look critically here, when I zoom in and zoom out, you could see that it changes. It changes. As I zoom out, it changes, and then I hold Alt. So I zoom in, okay? And then I can choose to shift and then switch it on this side. So I select the minus, and then here you go. I select the positive, and then here the canvas comes. For you to get the app settings for the zoom of the canvas, you come to what? Fit screen. So a fit screen for you to work appropriately on it. Then you zoom in and zoom out depending on how you want to work and then view your work. Now we have something interesting here, essentials. This is called workspace switcher. Yes, it switches the workspace. So whenever you see an arrow or arrows, it means that they are drop down menus. They are drop down menus. So I press on the arrow, you could see that there are other what? Workspaces. So when I choose essential, the tools bar is customized to a neutral work space. When I come to painting, the interface it changes, and then automatically the app produces tools and then palettes I need to work on painting. When I choose photography, likewise, it changes. The palettes change for me to have what I need to do my editing, adjustment, and all that. Typography would also change the palette so that it suits what I want to do. When you need these palettes, you can come to Windows and then you find them. You tick and then yes, you see it. There are times where when you open the app, you wouldn't see anything on the surface. Yes. But don't panic. This is where you would come. And then when I click off the options, you could see that the option bar is gone. When I come to Windows, I take off the tools. You could see that what? It is empty. So when it happens like that, don't panic. You just have to come to Windows. You scroll down to options. You tick it. The option tab comes back. You come to Windows. Then you take it and then the tools bar comes off with your tools well arranged so that you will use it peacefully and then successfully. Oh yes. Now working on the canvas, you sometimes need to set margins for the work. Yes, you sometimes need to set margins. So to set margins, you need a ruler. A ruler in it basics, it is used for ruling and there were certain margins. Okay, so you come to view, they come to what? Rulers. You have the calibrations of rulers that will appear, emerge from the interface, which will what? Will extend to the empty working space. So how do I now use a ruler? You just have to move the mouse pointer up and then what? You click, you drag. When it is set, you release it, then it comes. You can also what? Click from the other side, you hold and then you pull it onto what? The canvas. Then you are setting margins. You can bring a lot of them depending on the margins you want to set. Yes. So if this is how I want to work with it, I work with it. And then it gives you straight edges sometimes when you are using what? Certain tools. Yes, it is really a good guideline for designing. When you want to send it back, you hold it, then you send it back. Okay, you drag it back, you drag it back. Okay, now we can also customize the empty working space. Yes, you can customize it because sometimes the background color, the default color, you want to give it a lighter color of which you would see your work so clearer. Okay, so what you do is you right click on the empty space. If you want black, or choose black. If it looks good with the design, if it is all colored, you just have to right click again. Then you try dark gray, which is the default empty space color. You can right click and what, choose medium gray. So in that order, and then you can custom, okay, and then also select color. Yes, so any color I want, either green, blue, black, red, white, all I want, I'll select it so nicely. Let me try pink. Yes, let me try pink. Never tried pink or purple. Yeah, so let me try it and let's see if the effect will apply. Whoa, that's great. I know that it is only empty. Yes, it is empty. the the shapes you draw will hide inside because this is where you are working on. It is empty and then it can't form part of your design. So somebody might be like, since it is so colorful and then it is so nice, maybe it might be part of my design. Nope. Whatever you want to print out or you want to showcase, it needs to be within the four corners of the sheet you've created. Yes, and then you can only create rectangles and then squares and then all that. You can't create circle as a canvas, yes, but you can design that when it is printed out you have circular designs. Yes, as time goes on we will really learn about much interesting things that it will so be so amazing and then it will be educative. Yes, when you are into the textiles, a graphic designer, a photographer, not necessarily you know much, but when you want to learn, yes, this is the best page for you. Upper concept that you subscribe, like, and then trust you me. We'll be having interesting tutorials. Yes, my textile fellows will just enjoy it. My graphic designers, those who want to do label, advertisement, even as time goes on, we'll learn how to design logos for printing and then all that. Come on, this page is really going to be exciting. That it will just be so exciting. Yes, that you feel also excited to be part of this training upper concept. Yes, so I would like you to subscribe. Yes, subscribe to this channel, and then you'll be the best graphic designer as time goes on because there are advanced softwares that you can use in relation to Photoshop, and then there are advanced versions of Adobe Photoshop. But for now, we'll be using CS6, yes, for our basics and then for our beginners so that they will what? They will calm down their nerves. Yes. When you're a beginner, you don't have to panic because this is just like using a pen or a pencil on your sheet. You now draw. Yes. It's not drawing. Come on. Don't be scared. Yes. Don't be scared. Only those who want to be into painting and then all that, that will be necessary. This app can be used by painters, carpenters, constructors, and then all that. As time goes on, I'll introduce to you. So if you're a civil servant, you are an architecture, you are a student, apps you need to work with that will make your work so good and so great. I want you to subscribe to Upper Concept and then trust me, you would have the best of tutorials you need to get and then to be a computer literate. Yes, you need to be a computer literate because the world is going much digital, okay? So you need to be a computer literate. Certain things you need to do it at ease. So upper concepts, word of anticipation, will come to what bring that light, and then it is really going to be fun. So this brings us to the end of the introduction. Yes, this brings us to the end of the introduction, and then we'll be looking at the tools bar. We'll be working with the tools one after the other. Yes, they look so simple, and it's like it's a geometric shape. We have hands, we have a square, we have a pointer here, something like a pen, a letter T, and eraser. Yes, there's a clip here, a clip. There's a brush, and then this, well, it depends on what you've seen before. Come on, I wouldn't just try. And then you've seen something like this. Yes, so we'll be learning about all these things. It's really going to be fun. Yes, it is really going to be fun. It means that all the things you see around with printing and then designing, yes, this is where it is done. This is where it is done. You are going to be the author of your own design, the originator of your own design, and then you can create a lot out of this. Yes, you can create a lot out of this. So stay tuned and subscribe to Upper Concept for more interesting tutorials.